Last year, I upgraded my home theater system to the Sony 75-inch television along with Sony's, at that time, flagship soundbar, along with a SW5 subwoofer, which is their top-of-the-line subwoofer as well. Now, since then, Sony launched a new flagship home theater product called the Bravia Quad, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about that. Now, we've had this for a few months, about 3 months to be precise, and this has been more or less the best home theater audio experience till date. Let's talk about the Bravia Quad itself. This is a set of 4 individual speakers, and the packaging in itself is extremely premium, completely made out of recycled products. As we've seen with Sony in the past few years, they've shifted to completely recycled packaging, and this is what the case with the Bravia Quad is as well. Everything is nicely individually packaged and labeled so that if you want to do a setup on your own, it is really easy to do. Now, these speakers in themselves are designed to be used as display products. So they have a really nice aesthetic to them, and they have this cloth cover over them. You can use the stand included to have them mounted on a table, or you can have these 3 clips mounted at the back to mount these on the wall. All 4 of these can be used table mounted, or all 4 of these can be used wall mounted, or either or, depending on your room configuration as well as your setup requirements. In our case, we have 2 on the table next to the television, and we have 2 on the wall behind the couch, which makes it a really easy, versatile setup, and you can customize the quad as per your needs. While the name says quad, you can see these 4 individual speakers, but in actuality, there is a total of 16 channels in this. Each speaker has 4 individual speakers, and these speakers are not only top firing, but also side firing and front firing, and there is a bass subwoofer in the speaker itself. So you don't really need an independent subwoofer with the Bravia Quad, but you can pair any of Sony's wireless subwoofers. So you can choose between the SW3 and the SW5, and we've chosen to connect it with the SW5. Another cool feature is that there is an included audio cable, and using this cable, you can convert your television into a central channel. So in total, in our case, we have not only 16 channels from the Bravia Quad, a channel for the subwoofer, and a channel for the center speaker, which is going to be our Bravia television. So overall, about 18 channels of individual sound going out from the Bravia Quad. Now, as far as the power is concerned, just the quad itself is just north of 500 watts of total power. So you have a really impressive sound experience with the Bravia Quad itself. You add your television speakers and the subwoofer, and you're taking that up a notch as well. Now, everything is controlled by this central small control box. This does have an HDMI in as well as an HDMI out. What that means is that it does have pass-through, so you're not losing your HDMI EARC port on your television. In fact, you continue to get that. So if you do have devices like PlayStations, you can have them plugged into the HDMI in, and hence you don't lose your HDMI port on your TV. This is a really cool feature to have. Now, what this also does is removes any kind of user interface from the control box. While you do have a small screen on the front, which gives you basic information like volume levels, you do have the ability to connect to this via the Bravia app, and that allows you to not only set up the home theater, connect it to a wireless network if you so choose to, and also then pair it with other devices like the subwoofer. This setup is really easy, and the app is really easy to use as well. It's extremely intuitive, and the app in itself doesn't require a connection to the server. So if you are out of a network area, or if you don't want to connect to a server and just want to set up your device, you can do that without needing an internet connection or without needing the Bravia Quad to be connected to a Wi-Fi network. Now, you also have other connectivity options. You can, of course, use Bluetooth to connect to the Bravia Quad itself. So you can use your phone and just simply connect over Bluetooth and play music off of the Bravia Quad. You do have this really nice remote that comes inside the box that allows you to choose from different inputs and hence give you the best kind of connectivity option depending on your needs. If you do have AirPlay devices like an iPhone and iPad, you can basically pair this into your Apple Home, and it will be available in your Apple Home. And not only from the Apple Home can you control whatever is playing on the Bravia Quad, but you can also send music from Spotify as well as any other music player on your phone and transmit audio over AirPlay directly to the Bravia Quad, which is excellent. Now let's talk about the sound experience. I was already really impressed with our previous soundbar from Sony, but the Bravia Quad takes it up a notch. Not only can you use the app to customize the position where you're sitting, so it uses the microphone in the iPhone to sort of position where you are sitting to give you the best possible sound. And this is a really intuitive way to utilize the smartphone and give you a really nicely calibrated sound. You can also tweak a lot of settings for the Bravia Quad from the app, but you can get a really custom audio experience. And if you are pairing it with the Bravia television, like I mentioned, using the TV as a central channel, along with customizing the audio experiences that are based within the television, give you a really versatile and wide choice of audio options. So if you're enjoying cinema, you can really customize the audio as per your needs. This is one of those cases where I feel that in certain cases, you're actually getting a better audio experience than the movie theater because the sound is individually customized for you. The Bravia Quad not only looks aesthetic, but it delivers a really impressive audio experience. Now, while this will not do justice, but here is a 360 audio experience from the Bravia Quad. Now, the HDMI port that goes into the control box on the Bravia Quad is 8K enabled. It is also 4K 120 capable. It does support things like Dolby Vision. So you're getting the best, basically, port available as far as today's standards on the back of this device that acts as a pass-through. Of course, audio is automatically controlled by the Bravia control box, but you can also have a single remote operation because if you're using a Bravia television, the TV can control the speakers from the control interface of the television. There are also other specific sound features, including the sound field, which really enhances the overall audio. You also have sound enhancement via DSEE, and you, of course, do have sound mapping, so it will map the sound based on the room by sending out the sample audio files and recording them. And then you also have a voice boost mode, which will increase the voice of any spoken audio within the content that you are consuming. Overall, I'm really impressed with the Bravia Quad, not only the design and the aesthetic, the overall look, the fact that it is extremely versatile, whether you want to mount it on a table or sort of mount it on the wall. It doesn't sort of consume a lot of space like a soundbar does. And if your televisions are not designed for a soundbar, if you have them table mounted, the soundbar can often come in the way. It can look big and ugly. These speakers almost look like a piece of art sitting next to your television, and they are extremely aesthetically pleasing and will go with any kind of setup that you may have in your living room or your TV space. The one thing that I feel that it lacks is a UI of its own, which I sort of used on the previous soundbar, which is missing from the Bravia Quad, but the app sort of takes care of all of that. It also has a massive price tag, as you would expect from a flagship product. If you are interested in this, we'll leave you a link to a discount in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, smash like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.